Good evening, Fiends. Are you ready? Let's get spooky.
Now all of them. I have one job. One. I get to clap. And then everyone takes my job.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were like encouraging you.
I love how they just jumped in without no.
It was our turn.
There was no. I didn't.
This group follows directions very well without even needing directions.
Hold on, do it over. I'm going to sit.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's perfect. Hello, Fiends, and welcome back to another episode of
Let's Get Spooky.
I'm Vamp.
I'm HHN.
And today we have a special spooky squad. We are doing Halloween Horror Nights edition. We have our friends with us, Christina, Lindsay, and Angel. So we journeyed from coast to coast. Well, most of us journeyed from coast to coast for Horror Nights. And we figured it would be fitting to get us all together and recap.
Yeah, and talk about how much fun we all had.
We all had fun, right?
So much.
Yeah, right.
So much everyone is silent.
All the fun was
Please
had.
tell the internet you had fun and you're my friends.
Right now.
She is my friend. I'm saying this of my own free will, and I had so much fun.
Good job, Lindsay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay, Lindsay.
So we started off in Orlando. Lindsay, you have the list of mazes. You're going to keep us on track because there was so much that we did.
AJ made it.
Oh, AJ made the list. Sorry, I missed
AJ's
that.
list.
I'm pretty sure the camera was rolling when I airdropped it to you, so I want that as evidence.
Documented. She did the work.
I'm just looking at it.
So there was a lot that happened in technically 2 days. So we were out in Orlando. We did media night out there, which was 10 mazes. How many scare zones? Four scare zones. A show.
A sexy show.
Sexy show.
Which we all...
It got real hot. You thought Florida was hot already?
Oh, damn.
Oh, that sexy dance show.
We have been dying. Like, we never really talk about the sexy dance show because I feel like we thought we weren't allowed to record it.
Yeah, they're like, before it starts, it plays Black Parade, and I'm like, okay, I'm great. And then they're like, please don't record anything. And it's like, oh, okay, let me put my phone back down.
So, and apparently we were able to record it the whole time. We didn't know. Lindsay was like, yeah, we could have done it.
Almost
but we were
all of us followed the rules.
Yeah.
Almost all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, if anyone got any clips, it was like, these are just for us. We're not going to like post them on the
These are for
internet.
our own personal records.
Yeah.
For later.
We're not going to post it on the
I
internet.
fall asleep to this tonight.
But it's one of, honestly, I think it's like my favorite part
It's
of
so
Orlando.
good.
So good.
So sad
I know, Christina, you have to
You
come
need to
next
come
year.
out to the
Christina's
sexy
like, thanks,
dance.
guys.
I know.
Yeah, Christina's like, damn.
That's okay.
But there's so much other stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess, where do we start? Do we start with...
I mean, there are some overlap mazes, so do we want to like go through the top mazes and then we can branch out and do like, oh, these ones were only Hollywood and these ones were only Florida, just so.
Yes, you start. You go.
Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's was at both Florida and Hollywood.
Okay.
What'd everyone think?
Well, I had a question. I noticed at the one in Hollywood that the curtains were kind of drawn. We only saw one
Yeah.
character.
Uh-huh.
Do we think that was purposeful or like some sort of snag on opening?
No, I think it was
No.
purposeful because I've seen videos of other nights and it's the same.
Okay.
Oh, so
And
they
I
don't
also
open.
did notice, because one of my favorite things about that house was the fact that Jim Henson worked on the animatronics and they looked beautiful and amazing in Florida. And then you came to Hollywood and it's like they're slightly less.
And Jim
cool.
Henson worked on both parks?
That's the thing, I'm confused because you think that they would, but I did compare my video and Freddy, like, he looks like less cool in Hollywood. And
I
there's
like
less
how kind she was about that. He
I
looks
believe
less
that
cool.
they did it for both mazes, but Orlando had more.
So much
but like,
more.
and it was different because like
Yes.
the Hollywood, he had like a weird like almost 3PO kind of like wires.
Oh, you did a deep dive. You were like,
Oh no,
No, she
because
did
I
a
was
side by
like,
side
wait, why
after.
does this look like more janky? And I looked and I'm like, oh yeah, they do look different, which I was like, that's weird because like.
But he's
you
a
think that-
character, right? So you would
Yeah.
imagine like, oh, this is
Screen
his
accurate.
specs. You
Yeah.
know, he should
Yeah.
look like this, and he look different.
Yeah,
I can't
slightly
confirm. I
different.
saw it side by side. I was like, Hollywood, you could do better than this.
Yeah, I was a little sad.
The Orlando one is literally like you're walking into the arcade because you have all the characters there and they're playing that song, the Secrets That You Keep song. And it's like you're in the movie. It's like you literally walked into the pizzeria, which I was like, walking into that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, that was
I have
really
a question.
nice.
The one in Orlando, did it have more music? Because I felt like the one in Hollywood, it was just like that first room and then it was silent.
It's really just that first room, and then the rest is just screaming and the TV's playing with that lady talking.
I have no stake in the game for Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I think it's fine, but I didn't play the game. I have really no connection to it. In Orlando, I felt like we walked into a room and it was very fun. I was like, this is like my childhood going into Chuck E. Cheese, and these things are going to murder people. I'm here for it. I do feel like Hollywood was a little bit tighter, like the things were happening faster, like back to back, but the scenes weren't as grand. That was my only like issue. I was like, I just felt like in Orlando everything seemed bigger, and I think that is kind of a general rule of thumb for everything in Orlando because it's so much bigger. They have so much more space.
They just have the space that they're working with.
They build everything out a lot more.
Although which that's usually my thing, but then we went through the Fallout maze or house. And I feel like the sets were bigger and more built out in Hollywood versus Florida.
I agree. I liked Hollywood better than Orlando for Fallout.
I got scared in the Hollywood Fallout. There were no jump scares for me in Orlando and Fallout. It was just kind of like you're walking through the show, which is cool, watching it come to life. But in Hollywood, I had that mindset thinking, oh, I'm safe. There's no jump scares. And then I got the shit scared out of me.
Like right out of the gates.
Right out
and people are screaming
right
at
there.
you.
Yeah, I feel...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, like, Florida, it felt more like you were going through, like, an experience, like a Fallout experience, where the Hollywood one felt more in line with the
a haunted
houses.
house.
That's a perfect...
Whereas more
Yeah.
jumping out to scare you versus, like, you're walking through and you're seeing her come out and say, okie dokie, every 5 seconds.
Which is cute.
Right.
Which is cute, but not as scary.
I think that poses an interesting question of what makes something, like, amazed your favorite. Because for me, that's what made it one of my favorites in Orlando, is because it was so immersive and I like feeling like I'm not where I actually am. And so that's part of why I loved it. But when I do think about it, there really weren't many scares in Orlando. There were so many more in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like is the general consensus of making it a better maze.
Right.
But is that how you see it? Is it based, like, what's your criteria for making a maze your favorite?
I want to go, ah! Because nothing does that
I
for
put
me.
them in two
Right,
separate
like a haunted
categories. I put them in, there's this one category which Universal always excels at. I feel like I've walked into the movie. Like you literally picked me up and threw
Immersive.
me into the screen and I was walking through the sets. And then they separately have, like, I have a different category for the mazes that like scared, or the house that scared me the most.
Yeah.
So two separate things.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I liked each in its own way. I think Orlando wasn't as scary, but there were so many more scenes for Fallout than there were in the one in Hollywood.
It was
did have more
bigger. It was space. Yeah, it was
Definitely
bigger.
bigger. Yeah.
It felt longer. It felt like it took longer to get through it, but I think that's what it was. It was just like we were kind of exploring the space, whereas in Hollywood there were so many jump scares that you're rushing through it.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
What was another that was the same?
Terrifier.
Vastly different across.
Vastly different.
Yes.
I feel like in Orlando, my Terrifier experience was a little skewed because I was so, for lack of a better term, terrified going into it. In my stupid mind, I was like, we're going to get bloody.
Well,
and
yeah.
logically, why I thought they were actually going to put blood on us?
Well, you thought they were actually going to be dumping blood
I
on
thought it
us?
was just going to be red water, but I thought it was going to be like
color.
still
like
dyed?
actual
Yeah.
dyed. I don't know why. In hindsight, that's really dumb.
That would've been
They're not going to do
great.
that. But I feel like the whole time going into it, I was so panicked about like the blood that I was just kind of waiting to get to the blood moment. But I do feel like I liked Orlando a lot better. I just felt like that element made it scarier for me.
Yeah, and I also think, like, beforehand, because there's all this stuff coming out where they're like, you're going to leave and it's going to be like front row Jurassic World ride level of wetness, and they're going to be throwing water or blood on you and all this stuff. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to be like drenched. So I was nervous about that. But then once you did it, you're like, oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
but
and then it was just a little section at the end.
which
you
wasn't.
know, well,
as
no, you
much.
scared me too because you said then they had to close it because
because
it flooded. And all of this, I'm panicked.
Yeah, the first night it flooded, but I guess like anything with water can flood. I guess even if it's like just a
But I will say,
drizzle.
I don't know if our experience, we were vastly overprepared, I will say.
Yes.
But I don't know if the level of wet that we got, I don't know if I don't know if that I don't know if that is going to be everyone's experience going forward.
Yeah.
So I can't really say like you're not going to get super soaked because I don't know
Right.
if they're going to ramp it back up once they maybe
Yeah, people are like,
address,
this
the
is
flooding
not
issues.
enough, you
Yeah.
know? My concern was just the camera gear because we were there on a special night for media night in Orlando. You can only film in the mazes on that night. I feel like in Hollywood, you used to, I don't know if that's the rule in Hollywood because I feel like we've gone later in the season and have been able to have our phones out. But my concern was the gear. Was like, oh, we're going to get it and there's going to be a torrential downpour and all of our shit's going to get ruined. So my part for the bloodbath was behind the poncho. So it's like all blurry and out of focus. You can't really see what's happening. But it was the first maze that we did. So we knew we were in for the rest of the evening of potentially ruined camera gear.
Yeah.
So.
I was not super worried about my camera gear because I just had my phone in like a waterproof pouch. I was worried about my hair throwing out in Orlando and then being soaked and then drying in Orlando and what I was going to have to walk around looking like for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Could've
Just a wet
confused you
rat.
with the scare actor.
Yeah.
And then the girl with the hair came out and terrified me.
A wild hair. What house was that? I don't know. She was everywhere.
She was everywhere.
Just a scare zone. Yeah.
Angel is the scare
Yeah.
zone. She has the scare zone. So what's the vote on Terrifier for both parks? Which one did you guys like?
That one's hard for me because I have like the Hollywood one had that horrible scene where they're sawing her in half, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the first thing that you see when you walk in. So I feel like that like sets the tone. Where you're like, holy shit, they're not holding back.
Well, they
on
had it in
this.
Florida too, but it was not as
Not as
good
graphic
looking.
as the
Yeah.
Hollywood
It wasn't.
one.
Yeah,
Because
it
they
was-
had like you're walking down like multiple people being sawed. This was like you're walking
Straight
in on like
into it.
something
And then
you shouldn't be
also,
looking
I don't know
at.
if, if you caught it, but when he would start to saw, it would just like hit you with
Squirt.
water.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah.
So that was very intense to like kick it off with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you've seen those movies, they're fucking brutal. So I
Yeah.
was like, are they gonna go that hard with the houses? And they did. Like I thought they were gonna scale it back, and they didn't. Like
Yeah.
they're really really gory.
Yeah.
I feel like Orlando and Hollywood kind of mirrored Art the Clown as a character, where I feel like Orlando had a little bit more fun spin on it. So like, you know, but then Hollywood I felt like was like really brutal, and like they were having less fun.
More serious.
More serious?
Like, focusing more on
Yeah.
the kills than the like we're having fun.
Yeah,
Art the
so
Clown.
Orlando was my favorite, and also I like going through and asking the scare actors questions.
What?
She talks to them.
I talk to them.
We don't get scared. I think that's the thing. It takes a lot. It's usually just like a loud sound or a jump scare. So in the video, it's just AJ's commentary, like talking. to
So
the
like
scare
Art's
actors.
like, you know, pouring bleach on like this fake dead body, and I'm like, what did you do? And he's like, and I'm like,
And he
what
played
are you
back
doing?
with it. Yeah.
And then they react, and I'm like, this is great. So I wanted to go through that one like twice, like because we went the second night, and at the
Yeah.
end I was like, you guys want to go through Terrifier again, so
we
I could
did.
ask the questions again.
But it was, I think that character lends himself
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
able to be interactive with the fans, whereas most other scare actors or characters are just like, this is my cue. I just do this move.
I do this.
They have a
Yeah.
little bit of freedom.
Like a
to
Jason
kind-
is not going to be like.
Oh yeah, Jason's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah. Although I wish he would, but
that would
he's
be
not
pretty good,
gonna.
but no, he's not. That
Did you
doesn't
guys
fit.
ever do the dry path then? Since you went multiple
Yes.
times.
We did. It was just
Anything different?
nothing.
Oh,
There was
okay.
nothing. It was
Yeah.
red. I remember.
It was like it was. I
don't
don't
even
think it
remember.
was supposed to be this, but it kind of felt like you're going down like a subway, like hallway, because it was like all tiled. But then they had like people in like wrapped blankets, and they were just kind of moving. But it was more just like flashing lights.
I don't even remember.
Okay.
That's how
Yeah.
shocking it was. There's so many times where I'm like, I did that, right? Was I there?
She went.
My
through like
body
this.
was there. Mentally, I wasn't there. I was like, this is a trick. They're gonna spray me with water at the end.
Blood,
Yeah.
actually.
You're
Blood,
traumatized
real
by that.
blood.
Yeah.
But it was cool walking in Orlando and like just like the scale of that symphony of blood when he's like above you and
Yeah,
like,
and you have
doing
to
all crazy
choose.
and he's like trying to like urge you to go
Yeah.
down the blood path. Like that
Yeah.
was a fun.
That was
thing.
fun. And then like if you were like, no, I'm going to go down the dry bath, he'd be like,
Yeah, he'd
What is
give you
wrong with
shit
you?
for not going through
Yeah.
the blood
That's
path.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah, and then the smells. We
Oh,
were talking
the
a little earlier
smells.
About, hey, we've each had different experiences in each park. For us, I think we smelled more of the smells in Hollywood. I didn't smell anything in Orlando.
Hollywood was
Orlando
fragrant. Orlando
haunted
was
me.
not fragrant for me.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't smell anything in that. I was so scared of smelling it. I didn't smell it.
I got a whiff of something, but it was peaceful. I was like,
It was peaceful. What maze were you going through?
Yeah, in Terrifier in Orlando, I was like,
It was
The bacon
peaceful.
smell?
Were you walking behind me? It was a peaceful smell.
She radiates peaceful. I get it.
yeah, I don't know. I just remember like there was so much talk about that leading up to that maze that I was all worried about. Like, okay, here's the bathroom scene. Here are all these different, very gory scenes, and picturing what that would smell like. And then I walked in and I was like, smell the mouth. But I will say Hollywood. I was struggling.
It was really smelly. I feel like it was really smelly in Orlando.
No, Orlando, I feel like there was 3 solid rooms you went through that just had that
Shit
poop
smell.
smell.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, it's so bad to where, like, a couple days later, I was, like, at the theater and I smelled
like, in your
something.
nose?
And I went, oh, my God, it's in my nose. It's stuck. It's, like, PTSD. It just
in your
came
clothes?
flooding back. And I'm like, I'm back in that
in the
Terrifier poop smell.
bathroom
Like, what is
smell.
happening?
I thought there was something wrong with me that I didn't smell it, but then Lindsay didn't smell it either. So I was like, okay.
But it's also it's like pumped in, so it's not.
Yeah, maybe it just didn't, you didn't
Maybe
get
it was
at
like
that
they were
moment.
changing the poop smell.
Maybe it's
can.
like
Yeah,
you
they're
missed
like,
a scare.
nice
like, you know,
smell,
when
poop
you're
smell,
you're,
nice
you just-
smell.
You missed
You
the,
timed it wrong and you
it's-
missed the scare, so
we
I missed
have
the
them
puff.
here, the little Febreze. You missed the puff.
Yeah, I missed the poop puff.
yeah.
Luckily,
The poof puff. The poop puff.
you guys walked. We walked by, and then you guys walked right into.
Yep. I mean, I feel like that's the only explanation because it smelled like shit in there.
It just crop dusted you. And it was all up in AJ's hair, and she's like, it's clinging to her.
It's in her
She smells it
nose.
days later.
That was like the cilantro thing where like some people like the taste of cilantro
Love
and some
cilantro.
people don't. Maybe it's
Love
like
it.
some people
I think
can
it's
smell
like
the
that.
poop and some people
We don't have
can't.
the poop smelling.
You don't
gel.
got it.
That.
I mean,
Whatever,
I don't-
whatever
whatever it
artificial
is,
poop they use.
Nobody wants it. It's a thing
It's
you
awful.
have. Nobody
PTSD,
ever wants it.
dude.
What else? There was Terrifier.
Jason Universe.
Jason Universe.
There was a hallway in the one in Orlando, and it was like one big ghillie suit, and
Oh, yeah.
and it seemed like it went on for 2 minutes, and you just walked down, and I, from left and right, just kept getting scared in that
Yeah.
one. Like,
Yeah.
I think I got the most fright out of that maze in that park.
There was a
across
lot.
both
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
So
that
many
one-
Jasons.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like
Jason
insane
here,
amount of
Jason,
Jasons.
Jason. I just remember walking through the entire time and went, Jason.
The one thing that we were talking about after we did Hollywood was Orlando felt like it was just a bunch of Jasons, like just everywhere. And any corner you looked, there was a Jason. In Hollywood, it felt like you were walking through a storyline and you were seeing the kills more. It was focusing more on the kills rather than Jason's face popping out, which both were great in their own right. But I liked going through the forest and the campgrounds and
Yes.
like seeing the actual kills was more fun for me.
Yeah, Hollywood was
The Orlando
better.
one was probably my biggest scare of the night, though, because of that corridor of Jason's. And you think it's done, and there's
Nope.
like another corridor. So by the end, I wasn't crawling, but I was like,
She was
crouched
running-
like
she was
this,
running.
and I was like,
Crab.
like I was like down on the floor, like trying to like not let them get me.
They did this one, and I don't like. The only way I can explain it is like a 3-point turn where they would like scare you. So they would come here, they would get you here, and they would get you there. So
Yeah.
if you timed it right and you got that scare actor, they would get you 3 times in a
Yes.
row.
Yeah.
She was on the
and
ground.
She was on the ground. She didn't
know.
get.
Angel hit the floor.
Well, my videos are embarrassing on the 3-point scares because
Yeah.
it's bad enough when it's one,
Right.
but I'm like, and I'm like the most horrible sound. I'm like, just cut the sound off.
Just cut the sound.
So
There was
embarrassing.
moments where you scared us.
Oh my
because
gosh.
you were scared.
Yeah.
Like we were.
You're welcome. You say you
Thank
don't get scared of the
Thank
mazes. You're welcome.
It was so good.
No, yeah. People at home, if you ever get the chance to walk through one of these houses behind Angel, take that because
gift.
it's the greatest thing. Like there was one, I don't even remember which house it was, but we were walking behind you and you're walking and you went, "Wah!" And then you went, "Ha!" And
I
then your like
remember.
feet were like this. And I'm just like, what is happening?
It was
The
the
3-point
great
scare.
It was the 3-point scare. It was the great, not the
Gray
not
matter? Oh.
the grave of
Grave
flesh.
flesh.
Because it was one of the like ones at the beginning. I was like, oh damn, we're in for a treat. This girl's scared,
I'm like, this is
And I
giving me
love
so
it.
much life right now.
and I feel like generally that's a rule. I think I can speak for both of us. Is we live through other people getting scared
Yeah.
because for us we're laughing, she's interviewing the scare actors, we are enjoying it on a different level, but seeing people genuinely frightened
It's
is
so
a little
fun.
fun for me.
So you guys don't get anxiety sweats in those mazes?
Oh,
There's some I came
no.
out and I was like, oh, I'm anxiety sweating.
No.
None?
No.
Cool. I mean,
I just sweat because it's
Yeah, me
Florida.
either,
I'm
whatever.
scared.
I've read about it happening.
Read about it.
That would never be me though.
Yeah, we definitely have collective footage of your dance.
Oh
moves.
God.
I'm so sad I missed this.
Tutorial.
Can we go back?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go back.
let me do round two.
Yeah,
You know, it's
round
early
two.
in the season.
great.
There's plenty of time to go back
We
to
have
Florida,
loads of
guys.
time.
We have plenty of time. Is there any others that were duels?
Talked about Five Nights. Oh, the Horrors of Wyatt
Oh, yes,
6,
that's
the
right.
WWE one.
Yeah.
WWE. I feel like I liked it better in Hollywood, but I think it was because of the scene that it was like set in like kind of like a bayou swamp
Yeah,
area.
like a
so
little
visually
cabin.
it was cooler looking. I like that they're paying tribute to the one wrestler. I have no stake in the game for new school WWE, so I didn't really know a lot about the characters, but I liked what they were doing with it. I thought it was super fun, but visually I think Hollywood just gave more of a cooler aesthetic.
You had an interesting thing on the smells,
The smell.
Christina.
I don't remember it being smelly.
It was
Yeah, move the
this one
mic.
was
Okay.
smelly.
Really? What did it smell like?
I smelled
feet, toe jam.
incense.
Dirty feet,
Dirty
toe jam.
feet,
I mean,
toe
wrestling,
jam.
I feel like that tracks.
It was so bad. You smell incense.
I
don't
smelled like
understand.
really bad, like chemical incense. Like that's what they were trying to go for, and that's so I'm like, yeah, this is what it is. And
You
she's
think
like,
they were
no.
going for chemical incense? They're like, let's make it smell like.
Well, I
chemical
think they were trying to go for incense because it was like kind of like that witchy room, swampy kind of voodoo
But
kind
instead
of
it
stuff.
smelled like
After
swamp
that.
ass.
toe jam. It was bad.
Explain toe jam. What does toe jam
That-
smell like?
just that, like dirty socks. After working out, after WWE,
after
night,
wrestling.
yes, wrestling. You have the socks just like laying in a pile.
I mean,
Feet juice.
feet juice.
It makes me queasy when you describe it like that.
That's
Like
how I
I thought
felt
they were
walking
going
through
for
it.
rotting flesh, and I would have been like,
No.
"Oh, it smells like ass in here." And then you
Yeah.
come in, you're like, "It
Ass,
smells like
ass.
toe jams," and I'm like, "That's very specific."
And feet
I was
juice.
going with
That's what I was
general
thinking.
ass. It smells like ass.
General ass.
General ass.
Feet juices.
General ass reporting for duty.
How was that?
Maybe I was
I like
congested
it.
because I just remember I was like, this is kind of like an earthy, like funky dirt smell, but I didn't
You
get.
know, there was a funky dirt smell, but then there in that specific room,
Thank you.
it was
Yeah.
a different smell.
I don't remember. I feel like maybe mentally I just block things out now. I feel like it's my defense mechanism. I'm like, I
Too
don't-
stinky. Block
She's
it
like,
out.
you were there. I don't remember. Erased.
Yeah.
Erased.
Gone.
Yeah. It was extra
makes-
bad for me.
That house was really cool though, but just as a tribute
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
what
It
a
was really
fucking
cool.
cool thing to do for somebody who was like a fan of horror and stuff is to build this house
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
them. But I feel like I wish all of my wrestling fan friends could go to the Orlando one because that felt like you were walking backstage
Yeah, that-
at a
yeah.
WWE
Yeah, it
event.
did.
And I was like, oh, I wish you guys could do this one because it feels like you're like at
If
the
you're a
ring and stuff,
fan,
if you're a
yeah.
fan. But I liked the Hollywood one because it was that swampy bayou haunted
Right.
kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
Did Orlando have, so in Hollywood at the end, it had like a little tribute poster at the end and it said for Wyatt on the end. And I don't know if they had that
I don't remember seeing that. The
in
one
Hollywood, or
that
in Orlando.
Orlando ended with like the rocking chair with
Yeah.
the thing on it, which I felt like that was
His tribute.
his
Yeah.
tribute because I don't understand the story.
He
but
did all
isn't
his
that supposed
promos
to be?
in that chair. Like
Yeah,
that was like
so
his
I
thing. Like, he would
think
sit
that
in
was
that chair
him.
doing his promos.
Yeah.
And I do have to say in both of them, at the end of that maze in both coasts, it was like in your face. They were coming at you at all directions.
Yeah.
It was a 3-point, maybe a 6-point
6
scare.
point
That was a
scare.
6-pointer.
They were all over the fucking place. Is that it on the
That's
the
it on
duels?
shared.
Can we talk about Poltergeist?
Yeah,
I've been dying.
So talk about Poltergeist.
Dying.
please.
So that's a Hollywood only maze. Christina, we're gonna let you start because I feel like
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
no pressure.
Well, first of all, I just loved you walk through like this house. So it was a whole house. It didn't look like you were walking through a warehouse, which all the other ones looked like. This was a standing house that you walked through. And it just, that one, I know you mentioned immersive beforehand, and it was the most immersive in my mind because you felt like you were going through each room, and I just felt like I was in the movie, and it seemed the most realistic in my mind. I don't know. And the
I
scares
agree.
were good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I actually was scared.
Yep.
That
Agree
was
on all
my
points.
top. I would say from Hollywood, that was my favorite one. I love Poltergeist. It's one of my favorite movies. And years ago, they did a duel. So they did it in Orlando and in Hollywood. And in both versions, you entered from different parts of the house. Hollywood, you entered through the pool, right? Oh no, Orlando, you entered. Yeah, Hollywood is through the front of the house. In Orlando, you entered through the pool.
Oh, that's
and it
cool.
was like basically like you're going under, you know, through the house, and there was like dirt and vines and water dripping on you, and it was so cool. that year, that was my favorite maze in both
That's
parks.
cool.
And this year they brought it back. There was still similar parts of it, like the kitchen scene with the steak was the same, but they updated it, and there was like different parts in this newer version of it. But it was so cool. If you're a fan of Poltergeist, like that is
it's
the
so
house.
cool.
It is amazing.
It literally feels like you're walking through the movie. Like the sets look just like the kitchen looked just the same. It was
with
so
the chair
cool. With the
stack.
chair stack.
There's almost
the
too
lines,
much to see.
Like when she chalks on the floor to
Yeah.
like see how far the chair goes on its own and stuff. Like all those little details were there. It's so cool.
The end of that maze was my biggest scare, and I think
so.
it's the corridors for me is what does
The
it. And I
corridors,
thought 90% of them were dummies, but it was like 98% of them were real.
Oh, and all the
So
coffins.
I was
Yes.
losing it,
Yeah.
losing it trying to get through that.
Yeah.
I think there is, in our footage, there is an audible like, oh shit, scream, like it actually got me. And I think that's,
You got good.
yeah, I think that was one of the things that I was like, holy shit, this is awesome, because that never happens.
Nope.
Never happens.
It's usually like one plant and the rest is dummies. So you
Yeah.
go in expecting that,
Right.
and then they flip it on you, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
yeah. Oops.
Is that the one? Did we get squirted with water in that one too? I think there was one maze I was not expecting it, and it got me good.
I
It,
think
like, hit my
Five
whole
Nights
side.
at Freddy got me. But that's because we got backed up and something got my arm really bad, and the guy working, like literally we were locked eyes as it happened, and I must have made a face that was like, and he started laughing, and I went, "How dare you not tell me
Yeah.
that this was going to
He's,
happen?"
like,
and he's
pushing
like,
the
"What am I
button.
supposed to do?" And I'm like giving him shit for not telling me that I was going to get hit with water.
So
Just
I
holding it
have,
down.
I have a trick. I mean, I always wear a hat, but going to any sort of maze haunt situation, so I wear the hat because it's like a aesthetic thing, but wear a hat in mazes because it blocks everything. You know, the little dangly things that hit you in the face, they hit the brim of the hat.
Oh,
Hat
yeah,
has
that's
gotten knocked
true.
off in mazes.
Really? I don't know. I guess
Also not water. It came from
no,
the
but
side.
I usually
You're just
know
like,
She's walking
I
through
got it.
like she's walking through like
She has a
this.
you
veil hanging
angle
down
it. You
from
know, like
No
you're like,
wonder you're not
oh,
getting scared. You're not looking.
the whole bit.
You're just like
You're cheating
Why
the
am I
whole
not
time.
getting scared right now?
Like you don't have to do this because your head's doing
My
it
hat
for
is
you.
yes.
it's just a giant hat
So
covering
she didn't see
everything.
a single thing.
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
head.
That's why I don't
Doesn't
remember
scare me.
anything.
Oh, see, so you weren't looking at anything.
I wasn't even there, guys.
She wasn't even looking.
It's not even
the hat.
It's just the hat.
She was
but
looking
it does.
down and eating snacks.
Yeah, I wish. It does help a lot with like when you know the water's coming, you can just look to the side or look down, and it blocks it.
That's my issue. I didn't know
But
the
that's the
water
thing.
was coming.
Yeah.
I never know the water is
Unfortunately,
coming in
yeah.
those. Like
You
last
listen
year,
to the person in front of you, and you're like, "Oh shit, water!"
Like,
That's when
unless you're in
then
front
like,
for the
I
queue
was
or
the person.
something. Chucky
Yeah.
Maze like got me like last year was like straight in
Oh,
the eyeball
yeah.
Oh,
twice,
yeah.
and I was like, "What's happening?"
Also, when you walk through the maze like this,
Oh yeah, I'm always
you
like,
really lend yourself for
it
water
literally
in the
gets you
mouth
right in the face every time.
all the time, and every time I'm shocked, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be like with my mouth open the whole
Mouth
time.
wide open.
You cover
Listen.
your eyes. I keep my eyes and my mouth wide open the whole time.
What's wrong with her?
Parched.
What do we have next? That we now we're back to
Yeah, do we want to do Florida or Hollywood?
Let's do more Hollywood.
Okay. Scarecrow music by Slash.
That one rules.
One of my favorites.
Really?
For sure.
I have notes.
No, you got
I
notes.
have notes.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh,
The
well,
scroll.
listen,
Well.
Scarecrow is a very underrated Halloween character. I feel like Scarecrow doesn't get enough love. So I was very excited by the idea of a Scarecrow maze. Visually stunning, beautiful. I feel like there weren't enough Scarecrows in general. And then the biggest thing was it's a fucking music by Slash. And the music was not slashy enough for me. It
There
was
wasn't
the
like
very-
I was expecting a guitar solo like going real hard
Or
at
like
one
a
point,
build-up.
or a build up,
Yeah.
or like something for it to drop and him to go like really get into it. But it was kind of just like he was just like
He was branching out. He was like, "This is what it would sound like if I was bless you, Scarecrow music."
Scarecrow music.
I got it, but I was ready for like
More of the titular character.
I
is what
wanted
you were
like a heavy
craving.
breakdown moment
Okay.
at some point, and it just kept on that path. So for me, it felt really long, and not
Okay.
that can be a good thing, but it felt very like we're just doing the same thing the whole way through. And I just feel like the scares weren't enough of them. There weren't enough like jumping out of my seat kind of moments where I felt like it made up for it. So
I feel
that's my
like
only note.
That's how it was in the first half for me. Like there were no scares really. There were just the dummies.
Right. Everybody, they
Yeah.
were like corned
With
to
corned.
death. Yeah.
And then the second half I felt like had more scares, but
I was just walking through thinking AJ would love this with like the elote maze. with people
Elote. She just starts eating.
I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you.
I'll take that one.
Honestly, I kind of forgot that it was Slash, and I think
Yeah,
if you
because
just
the
pretend
music.
it's not a Slash maze, it's a really cool cornfield.
No, you're right. You're right. If I
Yes.
wasn't in my mind expecting that moment of like, let's fucking go, we didn't get that, so it just felt very drawn out. But you're right. If it was not that, visually it was amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot until today that it was a Slash maze.
I guess I
looked
wasn't
at the list.
anticipating it. I wasn't waiting for the Slash
I was
breakdown of it all. I
waiting.
was like, he's branching out. He's doing like this is what if I was scoring the Scarecrow maze. This is what it would
you're
sound
right.
like. So I was
You're
like,
right.
good for you, man. Yeah.
But to each their own, right? Because I feel like I felt like there weren't that many scares, but it's also timing.
Yeah.
So I just missed them. You got
Yeah.
them all. So I think
Yeah, they all
that-
got you.
I almost got knocked down. One of our friends in front of me got really scared. She backed up into me, and then I backed up into the other people. And I think you even said one of the scare actors like asked if we were okay
Oh.
because we got hit so hard.
You guys like dominoed
So,
it. Just
yeah.
back up,
I
traffic
think
jam,
that's
pile
probably
up.
why I enjoyed the second half a little bit more, is because I got
Yeah.
that
There
was-
aspect where I got
right.
to see my friend get scared.
They were like,
as
pile
well.
up in the corn.
Yeah,
pile up in the corn.
literally, I
Sauces.
almost fell over. So, that aspect.
Corn pile up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Hate when that happens.
Love a good corn pile. You love a good corn
I
pile.
love a good corn pile.
She fucks heavy with that corn pile.
Monstros 3.
Also my
Monstros
favorite.
was really
That
good.
is consistently at my tops
Yeah.
every. This is what the third
The
year.
third one. It gets
Yeah.
better
and
and
they
better.
alter it each year. They just keep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it every year, and this year I was like, if I needed any other reason why I don't want children, I was like,
Yeah.
get those babies.
Wow.
Every scene, it was so intense. Like, for the lore, if you don't even know the lore, I feel like at the beginning, the first version of it, I feel like you needed to kind of know the storyline or else it didn't make sense. But I feel like at this point, you don't even really need to know the lore. You can go through the mazes and understand what's going on. And they kill it every year. It was so good this year. It was so good.
They go hard on the like fuck them kids thing because it
Yeah.
gets morbid. Like the La Llorona part, there's just
Oh.
like you walk in and there's drowned kids on every
Yeah,
side
they're
of
just
you.
floating
And so
face
what is this?
down.
And then
It's
she comes
so
out
good.
screaming in
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah.
And then the kid that's getting eaten by the
Oh,
the
yeah.
legs
And
dangling.
then
little feet
there's
dangling.
And
there's
he's
like
still screaming,
chunks
but I'm
of
like, is your head
flesh
still
on the
attached?
pillow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his body
Yeah.
parts are on the pillows.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Visually stunning.
Visually, dead children everywhere. Stunning.
Love it.
Well, they're not afraid to hold back on that.
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of surprising how hard they go on it. You think they'll be like maybe not treading into that territory. Like nah,
Right,
take
nope.
it full
Nope.
all the way.
I
Go
think
harder.
Terrifier set the precedence. What's
That
up?
was like the
Yeah.
darkest of them all.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Terrifier was just gory, but that is like dark images the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, children
And
are
with
being
kids.
eaten.
Yeah, that's
They're
usually
drowned.
yeah, that's usually like most people are like hands off. Like, oh, we're not like. There's certain things that you just don't do. Like that, some people think
Yeah.
that you shouldn't.
But I think the difference here is there is lore and story
Yes,
behind it.
yes.
It's not like from someone's demented mind just drowning
Yeah,
children.
like it would be so weird
Yeah.
if you did go through that house and there wasn't that, because you'd be like, wait, what is this story? You're telling it wrong.
Yeah.
I also wonder how people who did not grow up with the lore of these things, like how they feel when they walk up. They're like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh, we just grew up with it."
Yeah, this is totally
This is
normal.
bedtime
You don't talk
stories
back.
when
This
you're
is-
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen to you. You know, a little bit of fear as a child is a good thing.
Our parents use it as like a parenting tool. It's
Fear me just a little bit. Not too much, not in a weird way, but just a
because
little
I
bit.
might drown you. Just kidding. Just kidding. Am I? I don't know. And you're like, okay, sorry, mom. Fuck.
Sorry, I don't.
Grounded. Never heard of her. That's not what we had.
Yeah, no, it was you're good or you're drowning.
Yeah. Well, Llorona or the Cucuy is gonna come.
El
get you.
Cucuy.
Grounded.
Yeah, that's-
Don't even worry about it.
Still
Grounded.
can't go down a hallway. Thanks, mom.
On that note, in Orlando there was El Artista, which was also so stunning.
So good.
It was. AJ had a moment where we did a welcome to my empty.
What's up, MTV? Welcome to my cribs.
Because that was as we walked in, everyone was like, "I want to live here."
Yeah,
like this house is amazing.
Like a Victorian mansion. It was just, and I think that's part of why I got scared so much. Is I'm looking around and I'm like, "Ooh, that's a really good decor choice." Oh my God, there's a character. Like I was so invested in the immersiveness of it. And I was just like, oh, this is so beautiful. Can you guys stop scaring me for a moment? I'm appreciating this.
I am checking out the crown molding right now. Can you just stop?
This
Thank
beautiful
you.
stained glass. One moment, please. I'm looking at this.
Mental picture.
Yeah. Speaking
Making
of
your
scents,
Pinterest boards as your
Pinterest boards. Yeah.
That's the house I would love to do a lights on tour. Like,
Oh,
please
yeah.
stop scaring me for a moment because I just want to look at all of the details.
Yeah,
of this
what am I
place.
missing?
Right, because anytime they're like, you want to come out for the lights on tour? And I'm like, no, why would I want to see it with the lights on? Like, I want to be scared, but you're right. For that one, I would
one,
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be secretly moving my things in. I'm like, oh, I need to come back for another tour. Like, just one little box at a time.
Right, and then she lives here. They're like,
damn,
ma'am,
she
the
Phantom of El Artista house.
ma'am, you need to go home now.
When we were talking about scents, this house had my favorite scent, which was just like a floral. And I'm like, ooh, this is actually pleasant. Because some of the other ones, when they try to do pleasant, it comes off really bad.
Sickly.
Like
Yeah.
really gross.
Like the dolls.
Like the
Putrid.
dolls
I
one.
was like, let's do baby powder
They had-
for dolls. And it was like,
Choking.
It was chokingly bad. Yeah.
you know what? On the note of smells, I didn't have this happen in Orlando, but it happened like 3 times in Hollywood, where you would walk in and
You would breathe.
You would breathe it, and they were pumping so much of it out that I choked on it,
Yeah.
like 100%. So that must have been the thing. I was walking into the puff of smell. You could see it, and I was like,
Mouth wide open.
yeah.
Oh, you ate the poop
I
puff.
did.
That's why you're so
It was the smell, it was the fog, and everything pumping in at once, and my.
Yeah, I was looking at our clips, and there was one where I was like watching it back, and both of us just go, and we're like, I can't breathe.
I mean, effective scare.
Yeah.
Effective scare.
Okay, I almost died.
Bunch of poop puffers.
Just a bunch of poop puffers going through the mazes.
What I also realized, this just made me realize, so we've got scent, right? Like that's something that we have in the mazes. But there was also a specific sound element that I realized that we had in Orlando that we didn't have here. And in some of the mazes, they would take it. This is just how I imagine it in my head. I don't know if this is the mechanics of it, but like this big piece of wood, and then they would just drop it on the ground. The slat,
like
like
the window opening.
Yeah.
Yes, I
and
hate
Because
that.
they would
so
do
loud,
that.
and then it rattles the ground. So
Yeah.
you're feeling the shake. You've already got this loud sound. You're not necessarily seeing anything. I guess like the dropping of a window, and every time it got me.
Yeah.
And so many times. in
That gets you
Orlando.
every time?
Yeah,
'Cause it's loud.
so it's such an intense. Because I'm not like seeing much,
Yeah.
but I guess it's like this unexpected sound and feeling.
Okay.
like
It's
sensation.
terrible when you get stuck there, though, and it's
Oh, and it constantly
And then they keep
goes.
looking, and you're like,
Goes.
just
Yeah.
wait a second.
I feel like that sound thing is a cheap scare that I hate. I always feel like when you go to certain haunted houses and they have like, you know, like the big metal drums and they'll just smack them, and like it gets me every time, but it almost is like irrational anger. And I'm like, you could do better than this. Don't rely on like a cheap sound scare. But every once in a while it is very effective. And I feel like you're right. I do remember Terrifier Maze had it. There's a couple other where it's just like the piece of the windows opening. but
Yeah,
so
it's like
loud.
usually the gimmick will be like there's a frame, and then it has a piece of art in it, and then the art will fall down, and then it'll be a scare actor behind it.
But you're focused on the
so
words
you're looking
or
at the
it
whatever you're
is.
looking at, and then it'll drop, and then it's the person behind it.
Yeah.
They weren't always in very obvious spots in Orlando is the thing, because there'd be some like that, and then some is just a black wall, but you're not
Yeah.
looking at that because they're using misdirection somewhere else, and then it's
Right.
really loud next to you.
Really gets you.
Did we in Hollywood? Did they do that 3-point scare a lot? Because I feel like in Orlando they had it a lot. It was like every
Yeah.
maze had that.
I just keep
1,
thinking
2,
of that
3.
Jason maze where I was just like, Jason,
Yeah.
Jason, Jason.
And I
There
think
was one. There was,
don't-
I'm trying to remember which one it
I think
was.
it was Poltergeist and the Jason
They
one.
had people on both sides,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
equidistant from each other. Just so that
Yeah.
you're getting the full
yeah,
experience.
I think
That's
it's super effective, but I feel like only one person gets it.
Yeah.
Because they're following, like say I'm following you,
Yeah.
I get you here, as you keep going, I get you there, and then there. So I feel like if you don't time it right, no one else in your group
Yeah.
gets it, which is
Right.
unfortunate.
And you'll
but
come out being like, that was the best maze, and everyone else
There's
is
like,
really?
what do you
Nothing
mean?
happened.
Nothing
Yeah.
happened.
I do have to say though that Jason universe in Hollywood, the bow and arrow kill,
So good.
Oh, that was cool.
fucking cool.
That was
and then
so
also the
good.
cutting through the VW bug. There's a girl in a
Yeah,
bug
she's in
there.
screaming, and then he
Missed that.
chops into it, and you see the machete come down, and he's like sawing into
Yeah.
it. That too. Those were like my two favorite
yeah, those are
moments
pretty
of the
good.
whole Hollywood thing. Was so cool.
That was another one where I'm walking through and she's in the VW bus going, help, help. And I'm like, do you need help? And she's like, and then I look up and Jason's like,
No, bitch.
Why are you
she's
asking her
dead.
questions?
I felt weird filming that one because I'm
Oh,
like, whoa,
yeah.
cool, but it's like a girl asking
Should
for
I
help,
help?
and I'm like,
Right.
this feels like
And
very-
none of us
Yeah.
like,
we're
we
just
were,
like,
oh, look at
okay,
wow,
bye.
we're all like, and I'm like, oh no, because I know it's
Okay, goodbye.
fake.
Yeah,
so
we're like, to the camera,
so
just
you
right
know.
here.
Just so you know.
Guilt.
Yes.
An empathetic person.
I swear I would actually help you if this was real.
If this was
But
real
I think
life,
I'm
I
not
would save
supposed to
you.
touch anything or anybody, so that's why I'm not.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody's
Again,
questioning you on that.
She's
I have to
talking.
tell
They're
you,
all
but
explaining themselves to the scare actors.
Nobody is questioning that.
Two more or three more that we haven't talked
about
about.
the sexy
Orlando.
dance show.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
we're gonna
gosh.
reenact it for you, actually.
Oh, are we?
Go ahead.
Oh shit!
Rope
I didn't-
drops.
I didn't-
Rope drops from the
Wait,
ceiling.
hold on. As I'm thinking of the moves, not the whole thing.
Yeah, we have a table here.
I didn't bring the gasoline or the fire or the rope.
Well,
the ropes fall
fuck.
from the
I
ceiling.
asked for 3 things. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was short notice. Okay, who would like to give a concise synopsis of the sexy dance show?
Which is we're gonna give an example.
Oh no, I don't. I'm not flexible.
Not me.
Like that.
You said concise, which automatically
Okay.
negates me.
Well, so it's called Nightmare Fuel. What was it? It's Nightmare Fuel : something else.
Circus of
Circus
of
something. And I
Fears or
think
something.
I think the colon part changes every year because the show's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But imagine
A
sexy
bunch of hot people, like really, really hot people.
with not a lot of clothes on, an acceptable amount of clothes, but not a lot of clothes
Yeah.
on. Fire, dancing,
Dancing.
aerial,
dancing too. Like
very
they were
Magic.
They were
Mad.
insinuating
Dry
and
humping.
intertwined.
yeah, they were
Yeah,
dry
is the word
humping.
for it.
Dry
Yeah.
humping is the word.
It was
They-
more than dry humping.
They say at the beginning it's going to be very sexy.
Yeah,
like
they're
it
like
gets a
just a
little bit
heads
sexy,
up.
and I was like, "This is like an 11. This is
This
a
is-
little bit sexy,
Right.
Yeah.
This is an NC-17.
Are you going to look up the?
Compliment-
I know. I'm
Complimentary.
trying to find a video. Continue.
This is also happening to very cool music, by the way.
Love that.
It's not
Very
like
cool
pop
music.
It's
Very
like
cool
metally
music.
rock
Yeah.
kind of music. Choreography you wouldn't necessarily think to pair with this. Very cool.
it just felt cool.
Yes, my
Yeah.
favorite part is the Fuel Girls, which are the sexy
Oh
dance
yeah, this
girls.
year they had that guitar girl come out.
There's a sexy. She's a Fuel Girl, and they just light things on fire and
Yep.
they dance, and it's like acrobatics and aerial. What do you call it? Aerial.
Oh, aerial dancing.
Some poses.
That was great. The aerial part, we were like, what the hell is that?
Can I have
Witch
a
stuff.
side note though? Because we went back the second day, so when we did it
Oh,
on media
yeah.
night, they sat us right in the middle. Like right
Yeah.
center stage, the people you could touch them. They were like that close when they came up on that little platform.
They kept
was
having to
hard not
smack
to.
our hands
all
away.
in that midair scissoring.
We were in the
Yeah.
scissoring action, like right there.
Yeah.
That is the best way to describe the aerial show.
yeah.
You guys said it was
Lovely.
mid-air scissoring. is all I'm saying.
That's what I would love
round
to see.
round 2, we went back the second night, and the first attempt it was full. So if you're
Yeah.
thinking about doing it, you need to get in line like 30 to
Really
45 minutes
early.
early.
Yeah.
We missed the first one because it was full by the time we got up to the front. And then when we did get in, we were seated off to the left, like side left stage. Completely changes the experience. It was still really cool, but 100% not as cool as seeing
Yeah.
it straight on because you're not
Oh.
seeing everything right at you. You're seeing it at an
Yeah.
angle. so you
Especially
miss a
all
lot.
the like magic stuff, like when she falls through and
Yeah.
like all those
Oh.
type of stuff. They really designed the show to be forward facing. So when you're to the side, you're like, I don't know what's going on.
And there's no screens or anything, so
Yeah.
you're only seeing like they play to the sides a little bit, but for the most part, it's played straight center stage. So I would say that if you do get the opportunity to do it, get there early so that you can sit in that like middle section. For me, it changed the experience because I feel like we were talking it up like.
Oh yeah.
We can't miss the show. It's the best
We have to
thing.
do
And
it.
then all the guys saw it and they were like, it was fine.
fine.
And we're like, what do you mean?
I'm like, hello?
What do you mean?
Hello?
They didn't get the front face
Yeah.
aerial scissoring. Is like we got it.
I think
Yeah.
when you said it's designed for the front, I didn't think you meant like because of the magic element. I thought you were talking about like the gyrating in your face, and you could reach out and
both.
touch.
Both.
I mean, both.
but
Yeah.
It definitely
It's like their
plays.
sweat is like flicking onto you.
You
as
thought
well.
Terrifier was
was the wet maze.
Wet strap in for nightmare.
yeah, get ready.
But would highly recommend. It's not in Hollywood. It's only in Orlando. They do
Yeah.
it every year. It gets better and better every year. This is like our fourth year seeing it in a row, and every year it's better.
So
So
worth it. It's so,
Totally
and I
worth it.
thought
So
too, because
good.
it was so hot and we're sitting there and I'm like, one of us is gonna have a heat stroke. Is
Mm-hmm.
it worth it? It's just a show. It can't be that good. And then after like 2 minutes, I'm like, I don't care if I pass out.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I was
Shut
passed
the
out
fuck
next
up
to you,
real
and you're like,
quick.
"Listen, it was worth it. I'm going to tell you the show was worth you passing out.
I'll just record it.
We'll hydrate you afterwards. It's
Yeah,
fine.
worth it.
Suck it up."
Yeah.
So good.
Like I forgot how hot I was. Like I don't know if I can breathe. And then by the end, and I'm like, it's a 45-minute show. How do I tell my friends I don't know if I want to do this? And then by the end, I was like, forgot I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
You're like, I think I need to tap out of this, and you didn't want to say?
Yeah, I was like, I was concerned for like my body, my physical. I was like,
It is very
so
hot.
It was
and
really hot.
you're packed in
Yeah.
very
such a
tightly.
hot night. It seemed like it was getting warmer throughout the night, and then there was no airflow, and we had the fans, but I was listening to my body, and I was like, don't know if I can make this, and like figuring out my exit plan, and then I saw the people, and I was like,
This is where I die. I die
I'm
here.
so sad that you didn't say that, though, because I was also freaking out a little bit. And then you handed me the fan, and I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, Lindsay just saved my life, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there, and I was like, if I pass out here, that's going to kind of suck.
Yeah. You're going to ruin the dance show for everybody.
yeah.
And the fire element, too. So anytime the fire would blast
Oh, you
off,
get
you're
even
like,
hotter.
yeah.
Worth
But
it,
so
though.
good.
It was
So worth it.
breathtaking in many ways.
Worth every second. I would go back to Horror Nights just to see that show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Because I wasn't there.
Yes,
you
need to go.
I'll be the
And we're going to sit
excuse.
you center stage.
Oh,
And
perfect.
You're going to get the
All
best
the sweat
experience
is
of your
going to
life.
right onto you.
Good time.
Yeah.
It felt, you know what it felt like? Like a bachelorette party. That's what that.
Okay.
But like on crack.
Yeah.
Times 10.
Yeah.
Or Thunder Down Under.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will
it was-
say probably not like Thunder Down Under, because I was
Okay,
also
there was-
enjoying this one. I don't know how excited I would be for Thunder Down.
Yeah, no, it
There was some. Let's just
Please don't
say
take
there's
me to
something
Thunder
for
Down Under for my
everyone.
bachelorette.
Thunder
Yeah.
and
Just like-
lightning.
Thunder.
Down under.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay,
lightning
perfect.
for sure.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like
There's Grave. Like, I don't know if we want to just like speed run through. The last
speed run.
ones are Dolls Let's Play Dead,
So cool.
which
That
was really fun.
That one was like, it's essentially, is it Sid from Toy Story who like has all these
Yeah,
dolls
a
that-
twist
yeah,
on that. Yeah.
and they come to life and seek their revenge, and it's very cool because you are put in kind of this perspective where, at least from my memory, like the toys are as big as you are.
We
Yeah,
are
you
dolls.
like we're
We're
shrunk
the
down.
toys.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
where
that.
when you
Everything's
first
big.
walk
You
in,
would
you're
love
like
it.
going into a little dollhouse.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
so
freak
cute.
out.
Texturally, because I love my textures, like the things that you're going through, they'll have like yarn.
Yeah.
Like you're going through like very doll-like and toy-like textures as
Yeah.
you move through this maze, which is, I think, so cool.
Yeah, there's like crayon drawings all the way through. It's like
Yeah.
a child who's very destructive with their toys. You're walking through them.
Okay. So we
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it
you
was
would love
great.
it.
Yeah.
Did it make anyone else sad? Because like the dolls were the ones coming
Oh,
out doing
yeah.
the jump scares.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're
they're
the
just
dolls
broken.
were being tortured. Like
they're
the dolls aren't
basically
the
like,
monster.
"Kill
the kid is
me."
the monster, and
Yeah.
the doll's like, "Please let me die."
And
And I'm like,
I'm thinking too much in this space.
Empathetic
No.
angels, like, I feel
Let me
really
save
bad for
you!
guys.
So bad I'm filming you. I'm sad for the dolls.
But they give us like a little story before we go
Yeah.
in, and they're like, this kid's a little asshole, and he just
Yes.
like, I don't remember what the
They were like,
character's
she
name is.
basically tortures her dolls, and then towards the end, you start to see like, oh, she's slowly becoming a serial killer and is
Yeah.
like going to be doing these things to humans.
100% serial
Yeah.
killer in the
Yeah.
making. And the
And we're
dolls
like-
are like being electrocuted in like in
Oh,
various
yeah.
stages
Messed
of
up.
melt. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not like,
Oh, that's the one where you went through like the easy bake oven room.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're in
yeah.
Florida. It's very hot already.
Uh-huh.
I'm
You don't
running
need
through
to-
an oven right
Yeah.
now.
But
baked
that was cool.
anything.
They
But it
had,
was so
like,
cool.
wiring along the ceiling.
Yeah.
so
And it
the
glowed.
Looking up into
was
the
cool.
oven.
Yeah,
It
that was
very
cool.
It was like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but like nightmare version.
Yeah.
'cause
Right.
They are the toys walking through.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really cool.
I mean,
Okay.
we all had Barbies. I'm sure you guys lit your Barbie's hair on fire.
No,
mean,
I didn't.
I did.
Did you
No.
not
There
your
are
Barbies?
tattoos on them though.
Yeah, I drew stuff on them. I'd cut their hair, I'd light them on fire, and then we put them in
Serial
the Ninja
killer.
Turtle. No, we put them in the Ninja Turtle truck, and they would like off road. I had brothers, so they were a little destructive.
Same,
but I never like melted their faces or anything like that. Just give them haircuts.
Just lit their hair on fire. That's all.
fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
That was it. That was the end
We're
of my
only
destruction.
trying to drown her. That's
It's not a big deal. She's just a doll.
This is awkward. Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters.
That was the
I love
cowboy
that
one,
one.
right?
The cowboy
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
That
that
one was
one
really
was
cool.
stinky. That one smelled like
burned
zombie
meats.
cowboys.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was a stinky one.
It was
Yeah.
burning meats.
That was also the one where you walked through and it was like you're on a train.
Yeah, that was
The
cool.
window, the stuff was moving towards
Yes.
the windows. And then there was another one where it's like you're in the middle of a gunfight, so like there's bullet holes on the thing and there's smoke coming out of them, and you
like,
could feel
pew-pew
the
through
air,
the-
which was really cool. You're like jumping through that.
Is that the one that turned into kind of like sexy Hellraiser at the end? Like there was like a Marilyn Monroe. I didn't imagine. You guys are looking at me like this didn't happen. I didn't imagine I have footage.
I don't remember that.
It's like a sexy Marilyn Monroe kind of
Heat
situation,
stroke.
and the dress is
stroke.
blowing up, but it's a demon.
Wait,
I don't
what?
remember
Are you
that.
kidding me? No
That
one
was
saw
a
this?
fever dream.
Wait, what did that happen?
That's what we call the Orlando
Fantasy.
fever dream.
It was legit
right after we
on
saw
like
the
a platform
dancers.
raised above us slightly, and it was like the wind blowing like the white dress.
I'm
and
gonna
it's like
need
a
to
demon,
review
but
your
it's like the
footage.
demon doing like the Marilyn Monroe
Nope.
white dress thing. Are you fucking kidding?
I
No
don't
one
remember
remembers
this.
He said, "What the hell?"
What?
God.
We're gonna have to review the footage for that.
Cameron, cut that part out. So we can say, cut
I
that
can't
out.
wait
Submit
for
that to
the
the Google
internet to
Drive.
be
Play
like,
the clip so I could play it.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
You can prove
burn
us all wrong.
yeah,
Roll the
prove
clip,
us, yeah.
please.
Prove us wrong.
Roll the clip, and then it goes to the clip.
Do it into
alright?
every cam.
To every
You'll
cam.
be
Roll
safe.
the clip. Mark my words, this existed. I know it did. Okay.
Sure.
Find the footage.
Yeah,
I
sure.
can't believe none of you. Where
I don't
was
remember
I? I was
that.
just by myself, being like, "Whoa."
You
I
made
don't
your way
remember
back
that.
to
I was
the
even
sexy
like
dance
sexy
show.
kind of. I was like, I'm scared, but also sexy kind of.
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember this
Like
at all.
I wasn't there, so I can't
Cool. Moving on.
And next,
Like some of those special treats that night.
I feel like Christina would have backed me up if she was
I'm
there.
sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Galkin, Monsters of the North.
I don't remember that one.
That was
that
cool.
one?
It was
That
like
was the one by
folklore.
Fallout.
Yeah.
All the Blair Witch.
Yeah,
Oh,
Blair
yeah.
Witch-esque. Once
Cool.
again, being baited to talk about Blair Witch on this pod.
It was cool. That was very grand. It was like fire and
Yeah, you
everything.
turn the
A
corner.
Wicker
and there was
Man
the
in the
Burning
middle
Man.
of the thing. Yeah.
I remember being very excited because you walk in and there's like snow, and we were so hot.
It was
and I'm
so
like,
hot.
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
be
So
cold.
And it was not.
It was not.
It was not.
No.
It was a moment for cold, and it was not cold.
Yeah, they didn't pump in the.
I think
the
that
AC.
Orlando also gives you a lot more original IP than Hollywood ever
Yeah.
does. They
Yes.
come up with like crazy ideas, and again, I think it's a spatial thing. They have so much more space to build those out.
Yeah,
They do like a full half and half, right? Isn't it like they have like 5 original and 5 IP?
Typically,
in
yeah.
Orlando?
I feel like it usually, and then also it's really cool because now that they've had this long history of doing their own stuff, they can then basically like take little Easter eggs from past ones. So that's like what Hatchet and Chains is from one of the past mazes.
The cinema one,
The
right?
cinema
It
one.
was one of the rooms in
Yeah.
the cinema.
And then one of the scare zones, the cat lady one, that was also like a movie poster that was in that one. And they're able to then go, hey, let's take that. So it's like really cool because if you keep going, you can kind of be like, oh, I remember this from that one and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. Yeah. Last one is Grave of Flesh.
I freaking
love
love
that.
that.
I
That
like
was
that
my favorite
one.
smell. I thought you were gonna say
Yeah,
that
they
was your
had
favorite smell.
earthy.
Smelled like dirt. I was like,
Yeah.
that we did that one early on. No, that was the one that you were running like a maniac out of
Oh,
it,
was
and you
it that
scared
one?
us. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I was like,
I don't
oh,
recall. You don't remember Hellraiser, Marilyn Monroe. I don't remember
Roll the
running
clip.
out of
how
mazes.
convenient.
Roll the clip.
Roll it.
Yeah, that was very cool because at one point you're looking up and they
Yeah.
have these walls as if you've been buried 6 feet under in this grave, and it was so cool. It was so cool the way that they forced perspective and dimension in
Yeah.
so many of these mazes to make you feel like you're the character and you're in the scene.
There was also a couple things that were very questionable, and I'm like, what is that supposed to be? Like, there was that one room you went in, and there was like that, it almost looked like a bunch of like garbage, like spinning. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I was trying
And
to-
then there was that other room you went
Apparently my
in,
hat
and
was
it was
covering it,
like,
too.
it was like, the room was basically all dark and black, except for like those big wheels that had like green lines on it. And I was like, I don't know what
Oh
this
wait, was that the
imagery is
one that
supposed
kind
to
of got
be.
like alien-ish? And there was like
Maybe.
green
That the
lights.
demon sexy Marilyn Monroe and that one?
Maybe.
It still doesn't ring any bells for you though?
No,
I don't remember that.
Either should we just?
They also had like it was like the gates opening up.
I think
because
there was
like
a
a
green-
stone
yeah,
with
yeah.
the green line,
Yep,
so it
I
looked
think
like
that was
very
it.
beyond was like it's
Yeah.
gonna open up and you're
And then
going
you're,
through
like,
this journey
underground.
into the underworld kind
Yeah.
of thing.
You know what? I questioned my brain a little bit because I was
I do
there.
too.
I filmed it, and then I also edited it, and I still don't remember a lot of this that you're talking about. So I
You
feel
had
like
a grand total of what, maybe 2-3 hours sleep over the
that's
course
also
of how
true.
many
I
days?
slept
So-
Yeah.
very little for
So-
like a long time.
And
But
you
yeah, I don't-
also said that you wear a hat and look down.
I did.
So.
She
And I
walks
look at
through the
my
mazes
feet.
like this, and she
Yeah.
wonders why she doesn't remember
Yeah.
anything.
And you
Or
missed
get scared.
demon sexy,
sexy
Marilyn
Marilyn-
Monroe.
that-
that did not happen.
I really hope
was
that
just a
it
dream.
did happen. No, I really hope it
That would
didn't
be
happen.
so
It would be better
embarrassing if
it
I'm going
didn't.
through the footage and I'm like, she's like, I
Like,
can't
what
find
the
it. I
hell?
can't find it.
What? What?
Did I make this up? It was the
I would
Florida
have to
Fever
hire
Dream.
Yeah.
some like computer animator
You'd have
person.
AI it. You'd have to make
I would
it.
never AI it. I would pay the person to be like, pay this entire scene for me.
Can you
please."
reenact it? You're like, no, it happened. And
It
it's
happened.
you.
Yeah.
You as a demon.
Marilyn with blue hair.
No, I just have a mask on. You can't tell it's me.
Bridget has like a blower. She's blowing up the dress. She's like, no, it happened. I was there. It happened. Roll the footage.
Yeah. Sure.
So I think that concludes. I mean, I feel like we could
Did we all say our favorites? Do we want
Oh.
to just go down the line and everyone
Ooh.
say their favorites? One fave.
Oh wait, we didn't talk about Tram.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh.
Terror Tram in Hollywood.
I think they need to cycle out the Blumhouse thing. I feel like we've seen it
Yes.
for so many years.
Yeah, I love Blumhouse. They bring the scares on the screen and in real life. But one thing that makes me sad is that you can't walk through the Nope section anymore.
That's my
with the
favorite
Nope
part
section,
is when
so
they
cool.
said
which
you
was
could
the
do that.
greatest thing with that one year when it was like the combo and you're able to walk through and they had like references to all of Jordan's movies.
Yeah.
Like it was so good. That was probably like my favorite.
I do feel like this year Terror Tram, when you get to the Bates Motel and it's basically the doors of the motel and all of the different like franchises of characters are coming out of the door. Or was Insidious, right?
Yeah,
that
like
section
Darth
was
Maul
Insidious.
with
Was that Exorcist?
no, that was after.
After.
Yeah.
But I feel like that part was like bing, bing, boom. Like every door opened, it was
Yeah.
scare after scare
Oh,
after
that-
scare.
Darth Maul with the pubes.
And then they're
Yeah.
coming at you from this side too. So
They
you're
were
like
on the other
trying to
side.
get away
Yeah.
from the doors, but then they're coming out from over
Yeah.
here as well.
Those
So
were good.
again,
Yeah.
the corridors.
Yeah, the
that gets
Yeah.
you.
They get ya.
multi-point scare. My favorite year was when they did Chucky,
That
but
was,
not the most recent one. It was the one like 8 or 10 years ago, like the first time they did the whole Chucky area.
Okay,
Yeah.
bunch of small people.
It
Yeah.
was
They all came
so
out with the
good.
chainsaws. That was,
It was so
fun.
good.
I
Yeah.
can't handle getting off of the Terror Tram and there's just chainsaws.
Oh, I
standing there
learned that
waiting
about
for
you this time, that she doesn't like the chainsaws.
love
Like, doesn't like them
I don't
at
like
all.
to publicly talk about it because then I feel like people could use it against me. But
Oh,
I can't handle it. And then
Good to
they're just
know.
standing there waiting for you. And I'm like, I can't, like, I physically can't make my body walk into
Yeah, and you're like, I am frozen.
But just having Megan there, I don't know. I can't. That's just so boring.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So
You didn't like the Megan
You don't like
part?
Megan opening it, starting
That's
it?
not scary to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it's fun. You can dance around.
Yeah, I
But
think
other
it's
than
like
that,
I think
not
it's
scary.
like the
It's the
dance,
hype.
which then
Yeah.
switches to everyone running out, type of thing.
I do like the
Um,
grabber. There was a
grabber
lot
be
of
Oh,
grabbing.
the
grabber be
ice skating
grabbing.
grabber, that was sick.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
on
the
the
van
wheelies
and everything, it was
Yeah.
really good.
Is that from the newer movie?
Yes.
It's gonna be
Yes.
from the
Yeah,
new one
it's
because it
gonna
has
be
It's going to be
yeah.
snowy
Yeah.
in the second
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When didn't they have a Jabberwockies tunnel, or is that
They had a show.
They used
They
to
had
have
a
the
show.
Jabberwocky
They had
show.
the Purge tunnel.
Where's
Purge
the
tunnel.
Where,
It's gone now, but that used to
Right?
fuck me
Who
up
was it?
because
Yep.
it's flashing lights.
Oh yeah,
Maybe that's why they took it away. It would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah,
It used
that one was
It used
to-
so
tunnel.
messed up.
It was Purge, and then it was like Toxic Swamp.
Yeah.
Yes,
one year.
that's right.
But yeah,
Music
you're
was
right.
always good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That
was
was
always scary
long.
to me though because you're partially blinded,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then like halfway through the tunnel, I'm like, do I have a sensitivity to flashing lights? I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it through, and they're just popping into
Yeah.
your face everywhere because
And
you
it's
can't really
loud.
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
and then to make
When
things
they had that and fog the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah, they'll
yes.
fog it up.
Yeah.
And like the thing that made it worse is that you had to walk through it to get to the other mazes.
Yeah, you
so
couldn't
like no
avoid
matter
it.
what you couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
You had to walk through it.
There was a cheat though. If like we would go when people were scared, you just walk along the side, like along the wall, so you could feel the wall. And you could,
You're all
exactly.
walking
I know,
along
nobody
the
wants to do
side.
that. But for people, there has to be a way that if you were like epileptic or super light sensitive, I'm sure you could go
Right.
around it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like
Yeah.
an access way to go around it. But that, you're right. This is the first year they haven't had that.
No, last
No,
year
I
they
think
didn't.
last
No,
year
they
haven't
didn't last year
either.
either. I feel like it's been a couple years
been a
since they
bit.
haven't done it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bring it
That was
back.
always a scary
Bring it
because it's
back.
like overstimulating.
Yeah, it's just a
also.
lot
Yeah.
going on.
Mostly blind, and then you just have them popping out into
Yeah.
your face. Yeah, and there's like 5,000 of them somehow.
And it's so long. That's
such a
remember
long
that walk.
walk.
So
Like, I've been
long.
walking for 500 miles. I don't understand.
The
Is
long
this
walk.
worth it?
That's what the long walk is based
The
on. Is
long
that
walk.
tunnel?
So I think we're gonna do top
three?
Yeah.
top mazes
Top
from,
maze.
For each, like top from Orlando, top from
Yeah.
Hollywood, or just
Yeah.
overall?
or in general.
I like
Yeah.
to make this as complicated as possible.
Ooh,
Know what my
it's gonna
categories
be tough to narrow it down from both.
I'm gonna go first. Mine's Poltergeist.
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 across the board.
Poltergeist.
Across the board.
All of you, really?
Well,
Okay.
I only went to Hollywood, but yeah.
Yes, but
Poltergeist.
Sorry.
But that movie holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
So immediately
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
if they do it and then they do it well, it's like 100%.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think my top is Terrifier across both.
Both? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
Fair.
so.
Jason Universe. I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. Jason is my boy, so that was really cool for two separate reasons. I like them both separately, but I think the Hollywood one, I felt like I was in the movie, which was really cool.
Yeah, that one was cool.
And Grave of Flesh is an original one. I know it's a cheat to put it, but I had to say
No,
Grave of Flesh
no.
was
No,
really,
that
really
one was
cool.
cool.
Sometimes the original, I feel like when the original one is your top, that says so much more about
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
movies that something you have no connection to
Right.
got you the most.
Yeah, you
So,
don't have like the
that is
member
fair.
berries to like help with the
nostalgia.
liking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In my
that's
top
just how
3
strong
for
it is.
each park, there is an original maze, which goes to your point that even both parks did really well.
Well, yay.
Yay.
So our only thing now is we have to take Christina back to Orlando.
Yes.
Yay.
This season or the next. Either one. We're going to make it happen.
So many
this
things I need
season.
to see.
Yeah.
Listen,
I need
Sexy
to be
dance
a doll and feel bad for the
Mostly
dolls.
sexy dance
I
show.
need to see the scissoring above me.
Scissoring in
I
the
need to
sky.
see the blood, not
Scissoring
blood.
in the sky is the
Scissoring in the sky.
tagline. of the
Scissoring
show.
in the sky.
I don't know how they'll feel
Scissoring
about
in the
that.
sky.
The original song,
You could go
Scissoring
twice
in
as
the
high.
sky. But with like a more slashy
Let's
kind
get
of
Slash to
guitar.
write it. Heavy breakdown Slash, Scissoring in the Sky. Do it. So thank you for joining us for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. Don't forget to oh, fuck me. I was so close.
Don't forget to fuck me. What?
She's got that sexy dance show on her
up?
brain. She's been looking at the Marilyn Monroe, putting her skirt in the back in the window.
Sexy demonic Marilyn Monroe. Dad.
So that will do it for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. Make sure to check the website for all of our previous episodes. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And also don't forget to
Stay spooky.